1 first, 0 seconds, 2/3. He earned $24,000. That one where he made $23,000 on it.
He was racing at Hawthorne, which I think it's in Illinois, right? He raced at Arlington, raced at Hawthorne. I know that he did win the first race that he ran in, and he took a few other places. When I did see some of his horse racing videos, very fast horse, but I think they were probably working on building up his stamina. He would always start out very strong. He'd be like in the top 3 for most of the race, but at the end of the race he would drop off and everyone would get ahead of him. Yeah, he was a very fast horse in the videos that I saw. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't think I'd ever want to ride him at that. Hunter.
Hi, am I talking to your buddy?
Oh.
Come here.
I don't remember what I did. I tried to take him out into the indoor arena and just let him look around when there were horses going in there. He was so strong and so pulling that I was pulling my arm off. So I had to get Chris, my husband, to come get him and take him back for me because he was just too strong for me. But now he's much better. He doesn't need the chain anymore, obviously. What a good boy he is. He's a big racehorse. He ran a lot of races. He ran very quickly. Didn't ya? People that were taking care of him told me that he got pushed through the rail, had a slab fracture of his knee, and then he went to surgery at Michigan State University, and they told the doctor, if it's too bad, just put him down, but if it's savable, save him. And the doctor called and said it was a very clean break. It looked really good, and that he could recover nicely. Well, he had bandages and casting on his leg for quite some time, so he was confined to a stall for probably several months, and then he was confined to a small turnout area for the next few months. And so because it's hard to completely immobilize a horse, they just do the best they can with as little movement as possible. I plan to use him as a dressage horse, which is in the arena, and we do school figures. Originally, dressage was a military riding style, and they practiced it, getting horses to do precise movements and work off their haunches. Dressage really just means training, but originally it was to train war horses, I brought him home in May of this year. I picked him out earlier than that. I believe I picked him out over the winter. It was too hard to bring him here during the winter. So I in fact tried, but the snow was, so I took him back to the rehab facility where he was comfortable and he stayed there. You know, I was worried that he was going to re-injure his leg because trying to get through that snow, and then he was scared, and like I said, I thought he was going to come over the fence and jump in my lap. So it seemed like even when I brought him here, at that time he was already getting attached to me and already saying, "Help me, help me," and you know, trusting me that I would rescue him from the deep snow and from the strange horses that he didn't know yet. Oh, he's fit in quite well. It took him a while at the beginning because we have the large herd, and he did go out with a large herd, which is what we wanted because that's what all of our horses do. So we wanted to make him fit in as one of our own, and he did. But like I say, the first couple weeks, I probably stood and watched him for hours because I was worried about him when he was out with the herd. He stood up, he stayed up by the gate, and he stayed for a while. He stayed by the little mares over there and hung out with them, and because that's the way the herd works. When a new horse wants to get in, they stay on the outskirts of the herd until they're accepted in by the head of the herd, and that can take a little while. And of course, he's a big gelding, and he kind of had to, convince the other bigger gelding, the one that you ride, in fact, to let him in. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of helps if they can find a buddy, and he has that one buddy, Hunter. It took him a couple weeks to get in the herd. But you can see a lot of these are war wounds. These are from fighting, because they do fight. But he's managed. The only person that I've had contact with, actually the lady that took care of him at the racetrack, her name is Jenny. I'm Facebook friends with her. So I got to, introduce myself through Facebook and tell her that I had adopted him and how excited I am to have him. She said she was so glad that he went to a nice home, that she really loved him, and it was nice for me to know that someone had really taken care of him and been fond of him in his former life, as a racehorse. She just, like I say, was very glad that he went to a good home. And I didn't hesitate at all to take a horse that had been injured. Some people said, "Oh, don't take an injured horse. You're going to have this problem and that problem." And I just felt like, everyone deserves another chance, and he deserves another chance. And he's, Yep, I think he's gonna eat your shoe. Never a spook that goes on and until you come flying out of the saddle. Just thank God for my beautiful horse. Yeah, yeah.